Hi, everyone. So I'm here with Jenny Zhang, and I'm so excited to be here with Jenny, who has just completed several months of doing one-to-one coaching with me. And Jenny, it's just been awesome to see you shift from the very beginning, and you dove in when work was really hectic, and then just really committed to it, which is so awesome. And I'm curious if you could share with everybody what your biggest challenge was at the time you started coaching.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole. It's been a wonderful experience in kind of working along, and as stress came up, that we're able to address it. When I first started back in March 2020, I was coming off of a large personal life-changing event, going through not myself, but a close loved one with a cancer diagnosis on top of picking up two jobs at work and starting a third one on top of it. So transitioning emotionally out of personal experience and then also picking up at work, it was just a lot of stress from all directions when I started there.
Yeah. And then what was the biggest shift that you experienced during coaching for yourself?
I think, the biggest change I can see visibly every week as time passed by has really been about the more and more clear picture and focus in the chaotic world that was happening around me that's created by stress and just attention wanted by everybody to really focus on what I needed to do, what was Jenny meant to do, and what Jenny needed to focus on in all of our discussions.
Yeah. And so what were you able, did you see any results in your life? Like, did you reduce stress or what were you starting to see any changes around you as well?
Yeah. So I set out with a goal, right, of trying to expand my capabilities and my capacity in handling the number of tasks, the number of requests and workloads, even um, without losing sight of what's important to me as a goal for coaching. And I think, and through this period, I wouldn't say there was less stress because stress just kept on piling up, but it was really my ability to cope with stress a lot better, right? That I was able to stay focused even though responsibility was increasing, the number of tasks and deliverable was increasing, that I was able to handle all of these, that I felt comfortable with dealing with everything that was going on. At the same level of stressfulness that I thought I was actually experiencing.
Yeah. And then that was so awesome. I loved seeing you being able to handle it and to work less over time and like really start to prioritize yourself and like make sure that was happening in the middle of a lot of moving pieces in your life. And then what would you say to people who were considering taking coaching? Like what helped you the most? What was it like to work with me?
Yeah. So I think the number one thing is prioritize coaching for anyone who would decide, right? Nicole, you helped me really stay focused and really prioritize something that I wanted to do and I should have done for myself. So I think that's number one. It's not like I didn't think about, well, I really should just drop this 1 hour per week commitments because I have a million other things going on. But I think the fact that we helped each other, but you helping me stay focused and commit to this has really made a huge difference in really making this work and seeing the results that I got here. Had I given up halfway, I think it would have been just more chaos than anything else. I would say for one-on-ones, what I found to be really helpful is that I wanted to do it, and I had identified that it was something that I needed to do and I couldn't do on my own, that I needed help, right? And it was lucky that you were there. You showed up in my life at the right time to be able to help me and to be able to lend me a hand when I needed an external force or an external stimulator to really work through some of the things and to let go of certain things in life as we got there. So think about what you really want and commit to what you want will be the two things I think.
How did you got out of it? Yeah. And then what would you say? What is it like to be working one on one?
It's wonderful. I think your ability and your flexibility to tailor to what I needed that week. To the check-ins in between our sessions and not necessarily following everything that was outlined in curriculum. That has been super helpful for because everybody, especially with the one-on-ones, we all go through different stages. We have different challenges in life. So the fact that you're willing to work with my pace and work with what I was going through rather than covering everything. And at the same time, we still had the opportunity to cover, I think, most of what was in the curriculum, just out of order a little bit. The resources that you offer, right, with the pre-reads and the pre-work before every week's sessions and early on was also really helpful, because then I can go back and revisit topics that I wanted to listen to. I learned different things when I listened to it for the second time or after I've gone through, certain periods in time or with changing responsibilities. That has been also, it's just a good resource and good check-in with myself now that I've learned some of the methodologies.
Yeah. Well, Jenny, it was such a honor to guide you and to support you and to see you grow and like get the you forgot to mention your promotion. Like you had all these things going on during this time that were so amazing. And I'm just like so proud of you. And you just have done such an amazing job shifting and then being able to stay centered with a lot of external stuff going on, which I think is all any of us could ask for. So anyways, it's been such a joy to work with you, and I'll miss having our weekly sessions and seeing you and hearing
Oh,
what's going
I
on.
gotta send you more polos.
I know you'll send me more messages for sure. Yeah. So thank you so much, Jenny, and thank you so much for sharing with everybody.
Thanks.